everyone, so today I'm going to make a batch of my Bayberry soap for the holiday winter season. And I'm going to add in my lye solution. I'm going to strain it because I mixed this up a few days ago and the lye lint has gotten a little crusty. I don't find there to be any problems straining it out. It doesn't affect my batch. It's just so minimal. Put that aside. I've already added some titanium dioxide to my base because I know I want it to be a solid, but it needs to be lightened. Put in the coconut milk. It smells so good. Delightful. And now I'm going to add in my fragrance oil. And this is, it's called Bayberry, but it's not actually necessarily a Bayberry notes in it. I mean, yes and no. It's fir and balsam with some nutmeg and ginger. That's just how the supplier sells it. So this one does yellow just a little bit. I'm going to add in just a bit more titanium dioxide. Didn't really whiten it because this does have a yellow hue to it, but I'm just gonna roll with it. So I normally use jojoba beads, pink and not pink and green, red and green, and I decided not to have the scratchy texture this year, so I'm going to be using some confetti that I shredded. I will go get that. Okay, so here I have my red and green shreds. Kind of break those up a little bit. Getting thick. The Bayberry scent does accelerate quite a bit, but I also really blended it well. So pretty. I just love confetti soaps. I had some extra red and green soap and I was just sitting here like, well, why don't I use it in Bayberry? So I did. Alright, get my mold. The little ploppity. Okay, so now I have just some little shreds. So I thought I'd just put these on the top. So cute. Okay, so there we have this year's version of Bayberry soap. I'll see you back for the cut. Okay, so it's time to cut the Bayberry soap. And here we have the cutesy little top with all the confetti shred on the inside. The red is bleeding just a little bit. It is the nature of this red. So we just roll with it. That's fun. I see, it always amazes me how things happen. So it's mostly green and then mostly red. That's just so fun. So a different spin on what our Bayberry soap normally looks like. Some of these are gonna fall off, not a lot, but some will. I suspect they get jostled more in shipping and probably more come off then. This is a fun confetti soap for the season. So it's a bit yellowy, but not much. It's mostly just kind of creamy. So I was a little surprised that it was a little bit yellow, but it did fade away. And this one does not discolor. So that's fun. So maybe yellow, but it doesn't really technically discolor a whole lot, but it does make it harder to bring to white is about the worst of it. This is just a fun, festive batch of soap. I'm trying to be good. I keep stacking my bars from my first loaf here and then I have to move them. So I'm trying to be good and keep my thoughts together and don't put it in there. Fun, fun, fun. Oop, 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 oop. Hold on to that. I still ended up a little crooked because it kind of pulls that bar for some reason. At the end, I need to replace my cutter. Not my cutter, my cutter wire. I suspect it's going to pop on me here at some point in my little soap cutting marathon. So most of my soaps this season are palm free. Just a couple, I think only 2 are not palm free. And that's the Holly Jolly and this one. But I will clarify that obviously when I list them. They will be appropriately marked in the description, whether in the ingredient list, whether they have palm or not, but I'll probably try to put it in the description as well. I know many of my customers have asked me to go palm free, so I've been tweaking over time and am finally at the point where I am able to go palm free. So that is much to be excited about. I am using shea butter in my soaps now. I had bought a whole bunch to do the bath truffles, 10 pounds. And when I decided not to work on those anymore, I had a lot of shea. So I made the decision to start using shea in my soap again. And as a result, I loved it more than I was having skin issues before. And I've learned that for me, it is not the shea. But that's why I discontinued it at one point. But some people may need to be aware that I am using shea. Of course, it's in the description. But either way, I'm just loving it. Here we have the Bayberry soap with its cute little confettis. And I'll talk to you guys later.